moving on the.
Alright. Pardon me. I haven't even got myself set up yet. I'll be on momentarily. Please wait a moment. And also, you, please stop staring at the car. God damn it. Alright. Here we are. Again. Hey guys. Hey guys, Ace here with another live stream, and today we are talking about ADHD, or more specifically, my ADHD. Yeah. This is gonna be fucking interesting. Okay, so right off the bat, let me just clear up a few things that appear to be misconceptions about people and what they think of as ADHD. So, one of the first things, one of the main things that...
You don't have to.
Shut up. One of the main things that irks me is that... Pardon me. ADHD and ADD is the same. Or one or the other is actually fake. That's not the case. ADD is, in some cases, ADHD without the hyperactivity. And hyperactivity being, God, in more than one way. Like for ADHD, for example, you will always have that hyperactivity one way or another. And that brings me to another part, another thing that gets me going and kind of irks me.
Emoji sparkling hard.
Hey kitty. But yeah, that gets me going about another thing that really irks me about people and their common thoughts of what ADHD really is. Fuck, I'm not gonna be able to... Can I shoot that down? I'm sorry, my ADHD is showing again. Fuck it, shoot it! I can't shoot it down. I hope I can chase it while I talk. Oh my god, man. Alright. So, translation of what I was about to say was, not all ADHD is the same. Yes, there are multiple types of ADHD. It is not all the same thing. So typically, what people think of as ADHD is, mind you, I'm not going to be able to mention any real terms here, so pardon me on that, but one of the most common ways people think of ADHD is they're always going, they're getting distracted easy, they're not exactly paying attention correctly to things. That's just some of the qualities about ADHD. There's, to put it simply, there's a type of ADHD that's more mental where they appear normal, but their thinking process is a bit fucked. And then there's the... Oh, I didn't know there was a book over here. And then there's another type of ADHD where it shows more. What the fuck is out there? And what I have personally described, there is some sort of... Oh, fuck, I gotta go underneath. There is some type of third type where you essentially have a little bit of both. Sometimes you can be one, sometimes you can be another. Sometimes you're literally just both. Oh, crap. Of course the cops are getting involved with this. And of course they know exactly where I'm at. Oh, God, this is gonna be... What you're witnessing right now is one part of ADHD that really fucking doesn't want to work with me. Come on, where's the scuba? Where's the scuba? Dive, bitch, dive! What you're seeing now is the one type of ADHD that deals prominently with more like physical, where you can actually see it. Where you can see me getting distracted and, you know, losing my track of thought and not speaking right. Where the fuck is this cache? Is it in there? I think it's in there. I am not understanding whatsoever.
Cash is up the ass emoji rolling on the floor laughing.
Actually, I expected that from... Oh, there it is. I'll talk more. I'll talk more in a second. This is the first time I'm seeing this. I keep hearing about it in the game, but this is the first time I'm actually physically seeing it. Okay, let me fit. Can I grab the damn thing, please? Can I grab it, please? Hold on. It's usually a thing. Okay, inverted controls are really sucking right now.
I thought that you were more mental, ... but I'm seeing it now, emoji rolling on the floor laughing, emoji smiling face with hearts,
oh, you already know
emoji
I'm very
growing
mental.
hard.
Another part of the getting distracted, I always looking at my camera and I'm like, damn, that's not bright enough. But yeah, honestly, I feel like... Oh, fucking hell. I feel like I'm honestly a little bit of both when it comes to ADHD. Come on. Because there's a lot of times that I definitely appear normal with basically as far as everything goes. But then there's plenty of other times
I missed the circle screen, emoji smiling face with hearts, emoji growing hard.
Aww. Yeah, I kind of missed it too, especially after I figured out again how to get it to be accurate. Okay, I know that. know how to dive deeper. There we go. See, now I'm in that ADHD process.
See the makeup more. Emoji smiling face with hearts. Emoji growing heart.
Now I'm in that ADHD process where I'm physically trying to make myself focus. Just so I can get a task done. And that includes having actual silence to myself. Not of anyone else. Everyone else can talk. That's not gonna matter much. Please, please, please. Like, all I have to do. That's not what I wanted to do, sir. Yes, I know. I'm quite well aware. What am I supposed to do with it? At least she looks at it now. I am actually confused. I'm literally... Look, I actually can't be any closer to this damn thing. Wait a minute! Do I need... I need a submarine for this, don't I? Until I say, fuck it, not worth it. I ain't get no damn submarine. So unfortunate that people died, though. Is this their stuff? Yeah, I just tossed around their duffel bag. Alright, sorry. I think I've just about sort of lost the cops. Like, enough? Yeah. Alright, so now I'm gonna keep talking about ADHD. Before I get distracted again. So I'm gonna talk individually about each, right? So the more mental part of it is what I started talking about before I got distracted. Where they appear normal on the outside, they're doing all basic functions, and you know, they seem like they're very responsive, and you know, they're the kind of people that when they're asked a question in class, they're immediately on it. I mean, depending on the question, truth be told. But on the inside, they're still processing everything that happened, and their answer might not be genuine. It might not be the answer they want to give. Or even with just a simple task, like they're here, they look like they're ready, they're perfectly ready, but inside they're struggling with themselves to not stay, not I can't even find my own words, fuck, to not be distracted. How did I fucking do that? And that includes with any random little thing that could grasp attention. With the more physical side of things,
you're gonna have to do it out for now.
You're a bitch. Anyway. That was kind of perfect timing, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, with the more physical side of things, it's the other way around, where you can see, like, this happens more at a workplace, like, specifically one that you run around a lot. Like, for my job, where I run around a lot. With that kind of thing, you can kind of witness them, you know, they get into it, they can get themselves focused enough for, like, putting in maximum effort. They're going fast, they're going really speedy, they're going so fast they don't even process how they're moving, how fast they're going. And sometimes that can be a problem. But other times, businesses actually like to see that happen because it's increasing productivity, it's increasing the amount of sales that business will gain for the day. Because the job is getting done more frequently and faster. And another great example of that is, like, at my job, I personally do the dishes a lot. So as I'm doing them, I often find myself in that state of mind where I'm doing the repetitive tasks, I'm scrubbing the dishes, I'm putting them through, and I just suddenly start daydreaming. I'm daydreaming while I'm doing the task. Like I'm going into my subconscious. Now, I don't know if that's a way to sort of be a part of it, or say that that's a part of the ADHD. But again, I'm just talking about me and how I've identified what is caused by my ADHD and what isn't. What's caused by how I as a person really am. That's one big thing to keep in mind. But yeah, I daydream a lot, and I daydream about random stuff. But anymore, I think me mentally, I'm getting more sort of aligned because I'm starting to daydream about the same stuff. Relatively the same stuff, like the same topic of stuff. And it's really actually rather interesting and fascinating, really. How did I do that? How did I fucking do that? Pardon me while I shame myself for a minute. Anyway, where was I? God damn it. But yeah, and then, you know, someone might be calling them at work, and then saying their name, they don't have any headphones in, and they're getting tuned out, can't be heard, because the person with ADHD is being too distracted, or I should say, again, in me in this case, too busy being distracted by not only the task that I'm doing, but the daydream that I got myself caught up in. And that honestly in itself is something that I don't think a lot of people think about. See, that's how I personally can tell the difference between someone with ADD and ADHD. Because someone with ADD, physically they just don't move fast. Mentally they don't, like, and at that same time, at the same point in time that they physically aren't moving fast, mentally they're not moving fast either. Yeah, they're distracted by something, but like, if they're like that all the time, if it's a consistent thing where their mind and body are aligned in such a way where they're just constantly seeming like they're, be it slower, a lot slower, then there's no hyperactivity there. None. My clients had a little too much fun there past that. God damn it. I hate doing this kind of missions. This also takes me having more distraction, which I really fucking hate. Anyway, symphony. Anyway. But that's something that someone with ADHD can't relate to, because they're going to experience that hyperactivity one way or another. Like, mentally, when they're not all there, It's because they're distracted by something that's, you know, actually wild in their mind. It's actually something that appears bigger than what they've already got going on. It's.
Hey.
I don't quite know how to explain it myself right now. It's quite a weird thing to explain. Alright. Yeah, I know. Driving too fast or crashing will spook them. Call me Oogie Boogie. But it's one of the things that I feel like it does need to be explained, because I do hear it all the time. People really confuse the two, and it kind of drives me crazy a little bit, because it's like, wow, how do you not know the difference? Like, if you look at the literal unabbreviated parts in the name, where you actually identify the ADD and ADHD, and you look into the meaning of the individual parts of the name itself, god damn it, then you can start to understand more right there from that point what both disorders mean. I mean, it is facts that both, more times often than not, will appear more mental, like a mental part of the problem, but it's still something to understand that, you know, when there seems to be problems mental, you know, you have hyperactivity physical going on compared to if you're still up there, you're slow regular wise too. You're just not coming out of that state of mind. You're not. And of course, there's actually a lot more to talk about it. I'm personally just really trying to go based off the top of my head what I can gather.
What you need, boss? Some wheels? I can
So that's
bring 'em
another thing,
around.
like for example, with me right now, I'm fairly active game-wise. You know, I'm constantly looking around the game. Like, I saw when that guy just came on camera, came on the screen. Seeing when he fucking picked up his phone while I'm trying to look at getting myself a car. Looking at this bitch about to die. Seeing I'm missing, now I'm getting fucking stuck. Okay, that's just borderline narration at that point. But you get what I'm trying to say. I'm talking about the ADHD to the best of my ability. But the actual thinking process... Basically, what I'm trying to say is, people with ADHD have more of a problem multitasking. They can only really focus on one thing. Like, really in youth is, like, the biggest part of this, right? They have trouble multitasking more so often than not, and can only really focus themselves on one topic, one task, or they start getting not only distracted but be overwhelmed too. And that's not something that you want your child to experience, you know. Me personally, I've had to adapt with things over time, as many people on this channel have come to know me with. So I, over time, because I've trained myself different ways, mind you, I have, and that's another disclaimer I want to make right away. The difference with my ADHD specifically and a lot of other people's is that they never go about the intention to control it, because they either don't care like they know about it and they just don't care. They know about it and don't know how to. Or they don't know about it and or realize it's actually a problem. And mind you, again, those are just 3 of the examples I tend to see more. With me, I've known since quite an early age that I had it. It just took me till adulthood to know what it was. And that's another thing right there. They're aware they have it and don't know what to do about it. Or they have it. They're unaware they have it. But people have told them signs about it. It's honestly, there's a lot of different things that the case could be. Why I was able to adapt and a lot of other people aren't. And this is honestly why it's good to have such channels like How to ADHD. By the way, subscribe to her. She is incredible. She honestly has taught me a few things about, you know, how to deal with my ADHD. It's a very good channel to learn, like, for kids, adults, preteens, teens, whatever age you are. If you have ADHD, that channel is for you. To learn how to deal with it, learn how to cope with the different struggles you'll find in day-to-day life. Like, I think she explains in one video, for example, how, like, just even in your morning routine alone is a struggle. Because you're going to make a cup of coffee, you're going to start the coffee maker, and then you remember that you need to do, you need to wash the dishes, and then you remember you need to buy dish soap, so you go to your shopping list, and then your shopping list happens to be on the fridge, because that's honestly a good place to put it. So you're checking inside the fridge, and you're seeing that there's a nice snack in there for you, and then, like, it's just a long, I meant to do that anyway, it's just a long line of things that come together that translates to the more tasks you put on yourself, the more you're going to forget about the previous ones. And that honestly is just a fact. Now, this comes into play what I was saying earlier about the multitasking. This, in a sense, is what multitasking is.
I'm always so proud of you. Emoji growing hard. Emoji growing hard.
And you know what? This is what I was trying to tell you earlier, hon. You... Let me actually... Alright, I gotta be Italian for a minute. Hold on. You will never understand quite how much you do for me. I cannot possibly put it into words what you do for me. The ways you deal with my ADHD, and even go further to please it, work with it, is astonishing to me, and I never thought I would get anyone in my life that would ever go through it like that. You're absolutely amazing, my love. And I love how much you support me with it. Because so many... Fuck you, controller. Anyway. So many others in my past life have just wrote it off as, oh wow, he's weird. I never thought why. Because in my past... No, I got shot for a quick, hold on. Anyway. I'm sorry, whenever they take a fucking picture, I have to show off. Exhibit A of the ADHD showing, definitely. But all the others in the past have just wrote it off as, oh wow, he's weird, and not looked at it. not looked at the fact of like how my past is, the ways that I grew up,
How are you? You owe me a phone
who
call. What the?
I was as a person and who I am now. Things like that. Things like that that nobody ever... Why are you running? Why are you running? Why are you running? Oops. Off we go. But things like that, people never ever think about. And it kind of aggravates me because I feel as though education, like learning about new things such as that, is the way that we better ourselves as human beings too. Because then we know what to do and what not to do for types of individuals. Shit. Growing up with lots of friends that are autistic.
It's all cause I love you E3. Emoji smiling face with hearts. Emoji growing heart. Emoji growing heart.
I love you too. But growing up basically surrounded with friends that either have their own sentimental problems or they're just plain autistic. I've known better. I've known this kind of thing by now. I know I had to educate myself even a little bit just by watching their actions. And that's another thing. I think it's because people with ADHD tend to notice more. Because, yeah, when we get distracted and we get lost in thought, especially when we're talking about looking at a person, we start noticing little things about them. Things that may catch our eye. Things that we may have never seen before. Things that are just plain interesting about them. Whatever it is. If it's there and it catches our attention, we're going to notice it. Over the years, I've noticed that people with autism tend to more so gravitate to over-liking certain characters. Like, anime for a long period of time, not even like childhood crush type shit, just like through early years of adulthood. But they tend to do that. They tend to never think about what they're saying. Always have outbursts. And that's another thing, like, it's one thing to confuse ADD and ADHD. I can understand that. But when people fucking confuse ADHD and autism, it makes me want to beat them senseless. There are plenty of people with autism that can't even take care of them themselves. All people with ADHD do is struggle with day-to-day things because they overthink. We struggle with the little shit because we're thinking about this thing, everything at once. We can function on our own. Barely, but we can function. People with autism, especially high levels, not much so. Which I think is one reason I hung around them so much. It started out as I feel bad for them. And then it went into, wait a minute. They're actually more intellectual than half the people I fucking know. Well, of course, you being a big exception, hon. You're super well educated, but that's also because you go into another... You with your personality go into another type that I hate that people try to put down so much, because it's like, it's just the truth that they're like so amazing. You know, the people that are like adults but they're children inside, and they want to go to all kinds of links to release that. Those are the kind of people too that are like my kind of people, because I always see this one TikTok that explains some perks about dating someone with ADHD. Everyone's like, yeah, we're giant fucking kids! We can literally get, please, buy anything! And I just, every time I'm like, that's facts. Because, it's like I said earlier, people with ADHD tend to gravitate to more interesting things. We tend to have, literally tend to have minds like children. There's a big chance that half of how you are, if you know, if you
Big
have
babies,
ADHD,
emoji growing hard.
big babies, yes. There's a big chance that half of what you were when you were a child is going to become your personality as an adult. Like, part of the reason I decided to finally do this episode, this live stream, was because I recently just saw a video while I was putting away laundry and all that from this channel, Dope or Nope. And he was doing reviews of products from the 2000s, and it made me feel like a kid again. Like that the kid was being released again, because I remember like all the commercials that were just being displayed. I remember seeing all of those on the TV, every single one of those, which is memory. That's another thing that people with ADHD really struggle with. If something needs to be remembered, we tend to not remember jack shit. Of course, that's just it. I didn't realize I had cars here. Time to make some money. But anyway, the thing is, like, our memory tends to be so bad, and that's another thing
BB has me to help remember he. Emoji smiling face with hearts. Emoji growing hard.
No, I know, and that's what I love about you. Okay, well, we're editing a car underneath the city, apparently. What the fuck? Oh, fuck. Anyway, as I was saying, so yeah, people with ADHD tend to like be more forgetful, and it also kind of chains in with what I was saying earlier about the, like, you know, the multitasking. If we have too much on our hands. What the fuck is happening? Pardon me. Anyway. Stop getting distracted. It tends to tie in more with what I said
Emoji
earlier
rolling
about
on the floor laughing.
if you
Emoji
don't-
rolling on the floor laughing. Emoji rolling on the floor laughing. Emoji growing hard.
if you don't genuinely write stuff down. Like, I have like 1,000 notes on my phone right now. I shit you not. I have so many notes on my phone right now of like random things, like even all my YouTube ideas. I know I won't remember all of them, or like half of them, so I write them down as like a sort of creating a little checklist for yourself when you have ADHD. Like, I mean, honestly, in general, that's a cool thing to do. Don't get me wrong, but creating checklists for yourself when you have ADHD is like the best thing. The best thing. Because it helps you stay organized. Because that's a big thing of ADHD, is you have like little to no organization. Which, I mean, if you've ever seen my room, it is like one of, I wouldn't say one of the biggest disorganized messes. It's been worse, but it could also be better. So I'd say it's like, it's kind of on that verge a little bit. It is one of the most disorganized messes I've personally ever seen. Then again, I believe I have OCD on top of my ADHD, so that helps me stay a little more organized. Either that or that could be a part of the ADHD, and I just don't know. I just know, like, a big part of ADHD is, like, the forgetfulness, and, you know, you're very scatterbrained, so things just kind of happen on spur of the moment, and it's a pain. Frankly, it's a pain. So then you sit there and you're going to bed, you're saying good night, and then suddenly your brain starts wanting to do the fucking Macarena. Again, another joke that's been made a lot. I've been spending a little too much time with TikTok. Anyway. And that's the other thing. Like, the thing about our memory, when we remember stuff, more so often than not, our memory tends to gravitate more to things that do interest us a lot, and things that we would consider always, like, memorable, or, for worse, things that are more traumatizing, whereas they might not be either to someone else. They could be like, oh yeah, that was a thing that happened, whereas we want to completely reenact the thing, because our minds are constantly thinking about it. They constantly enjoy the certain things so much that they're just always on the go about it. They're always thinking about the meme. They're thinking about, oh, what if I started doing this kind of video with it? Oh, what if I started sharing this to my friends? Oh, how is this person in their day-to-day lives? You know, talking about the creator of the video. It goes on, and it, again, I don't know if this is with people with ADHD in general, but with me personally, I don't just think about it. I think about it, and I get into like super deep thought about it. Hold on for a second. Everybody flip off the camera. Or screen, yeah. Flip off the screen. Guess he's about to talk shit about this car. Thank you, have a nice day. That nice car I put effort into. And they dropped another car off. What is this? Fucking... Oh my god. This is better be my payday, guys. I don't care. You know what? In fact, fuck the money. I am gonna keep doing this. I do feel like people with ADHD, such as myself, tend to...
You need something, huh? One of your rides? Let me know.
When they actually put a lot of effort into doing a good job for something, and then they're just put down or treated as like nothing.
There as soon as I
like
can.
it was what they did was like basically nothing. It gets more infuriating because we already have to fight through our minds mentally just to even gather the focus and strength to do such a task. So when we do the task and we put a lot of effort into it, and then we're basically just told, like, oh, it's like that, it gets aggravating, to say the least. Because of how much we work their fucking asses for that shit. Oh, free money. Yeah, we put massive amounts of effort into everything we do. Because what we actually do is... Okay, that's probably my fault, honestly. What we actually do is, like, really, really big compared to what our tasks at hand are. Now, what I mean by that is what we do is more so along the lines of what we tend to put more focus into. Like a fantastic relationship, like, you know, I've got going on. Or this game. Actually, I'm not, I'll be honest, I'm not really putting that much focus to it. That's how I've crashed like 5 times. I'm just kind of going trigger happy and letting it rip. But you can kind of, I think you kind of grasp what I'm trying to say. The point is, I really just forgot the fucking point. Are you kidding me? I need to be fired. Oh my god! I need to fire myself for this treachery. Oh yeah, the point is that what I'm saying now is what ties in with earlier what I was saying about, you know, they tend to put more effort into their work. And that definitely falls under the same guidelines as just their energy in general.
I saw that BB. Emoji squinting face with tongue. Emoji rolling on the floor laughing. Emoji growing hard.
I'm starting to not get so shy about just freaking yawning anymore. Because, like, there'll be some times, and that's actually a good point, though. That's something else I've been wanting to talk about with this video. Well, video live stream, whatever the fuck. Is that sometimes with someone with ADHD yawns, it's not always because they're tired. It's just because, okay, maybe they're bored of something. Because then, like, a couple minutes after they get done doing what they're doing, they go into, oh, no, I'm awake. Especially if they're doing something that they obviously really love to do. Like, my mind itself is not being, like, overly stimulated right now. But me, personally, I don't give a shit. I personally feel I don't need the stimulation. And that's just what I decided on. Yeah, it's what I personally decided on, and that's what I'm sticking to. Now, the point where I do feel like I really need sleep is when I start, like, getting to the point where I'm super dizzy. I'm starting to, like, actually not feel that good. And I realized then, oh shit, this is getting to me. My god. The Weevil is just everything for these fucking things anymore. Unlock when you complete all of... But it's just something else that a lot of people can't understand, like properly understand.
I get that, BB. Sometimes I force out yawns when my anxiety makes me hyperventilate. Emoji growing hard.
See, and that's another thing. It's not always about being tired just, I mean, I just mean in general. Like, this is for everybody. This goes for everybody. It's not always about being tired in general when it comes to spawning out a yawn. I forget the exact definition of what makes a yawn really. But as far as I'm concerned, what a yawn really is, it's just like a sudden little, like, in a way, it's like your body's exhaust system. If that makes any sense. What I'm trying to say is you're not necessarily tired. But, again, that's neither here nor there. Quite frankly. Because, I'm going to be honest, I'm probably going to get off this when I get ready to stop my talk and stop streaming.
Ace in Friday 1/3 Vibes X.
Ace in Friday 13th Vibes. Honestly, speaking of Friday the 13th, that's a game I feel like that would get me like interested the entire way through. Because this is just casual stuff. This is honestly really just casual stuff right here. Slow but steady. Surely wins the race. Driving a small ass fucking off-roaded out car, except for the fucking tires. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of cool though. I can't even lie. This Weeble is pretty. It is pretty dope. I would make this myself. I'm gonna try to take very good care of it for whoever got this. What the fuck is? Oh. I'm trying to take very good care of it for whoever the fuck ordered this car. Shit. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm probably gonna end up finishing with the stream when I feel like I've, you know, satisfied myself in making my point across, and go on a totally different profile and just play Warframe until I officially start
Harry
falling
Muffin,
asleep.
emoji face savoring food, emoji growing hard.
I like baby's Harry Muffin, I mean. But like it just goes to show like that's just, I'm not trying to pick up prostitution, you fucking dumb shit. I'm trying to deliver this goddamn car. Thank you for complimenting it. I worked so hard on your stupid car. I mean, your gorgeous car.
BB gets me, emoji weary face, emoji growing hard. Emoji enraged face, emoji enraged face, emoji
What?
enraged face.
What? I mean, if you're talking about what I was saying, the reason why is because of what I was saying earlier with, you know, how you start to try to get to sleep. They're like, oh yeah, Bernie wants to do the Macarena. What I'm saying is,
Prostitutes, emoji enraged face,
Oh.
emoji rolling on the floor laughing,
look,
emoji
look,
growing
look,
hard.
look, where the fuck did they go? I wanted to. You're the enemy for my fury. Oh no. I think I made my point. Anyway. No, what I was saying with the bedtime thing, I did actually want to clarify that anyway, even if that's not what you were saying. Someone with ADHD can't just go to bed. Our minds have to be stimulated enough where we eventually grow tired enough to fall asleep. Yes. It's that other side of the spectrum where it's not being bored to death. It's actually being satisfied and put to sleep. someone with ADHD is more likely to be that person that's in their room up till like 3 in the morning, suddenly getting a burst of energy, cleaning on some shit. Because they're getting that stimulation that their minds have put them through. Their mind is thought of like 1,000 different things that they want to do. And so now they're not going to be able to sleep until they do them all. Or at least half enough. Well, really enough where it's going to put them to sleep. So that's another reason that I said like this is a nice casual stream, and it's very nice. It would normally be a very great live stream to put anybody to sleep. For me, by the end of it, it's just going to feel boring to me mentally. I mean, I personally, as the person I have become, I really love it. I really love the chill setting, getting to just drive cars around, talk with my girlfriend about all of this. Mind you, driving her awesome fucking cars. Getting to customize out and temporarily drive these cars in exchange for money. Like, it all is just absolutely amazing to me, and it should be stimulation enough. And to a point, it is. In fact, recently, when I switched over to a different game after stream, I tend to only spend like 30 minutes to an hour extra on it until I start falling asleep in my chair. Because that's how much stimulation I've been getting lately. And I think honestly it's just because I do have that comfort of knowing that Sarah is with me.
I was thinking, those cars look too over the top for BBS usual style. Emoji rolling on the floor laughing. Emoji growing hard.
Yeah. It was honestly an honor working on all of those. I'm not even going to lie. It was an honor working on all those cars, babe. You got some cool ass cars now. I tried to keep with the theme that they were all going to be red. Because I know baby likes her red sports cars. Oh fuck, I need to do the carbon door. Son of a bitch. The carbon door, so I'm going to match with carbon panels.
I'm always gonna be there to support BB when I can. Emoji pleading face. Emoji growing hard. Emoji growing hard. Emoji growing hard.
I don't want you putting you off the life for me either. You know, because
Black and purple are cool too. Emoji smiling face with hard eyes. Emoji growing hard.
Yeah. That's why you're Virgo. I'm leaving the way it is, no matter what. Because I think it matches you damn near perfectly. As for the rest of it, come on. Baby really loves her red sports cars, so I'm not going to deny her red sports cars. But of course, you always deserve everything. Just everything, my dear. It's a skinned hood. Translation, there is no fucking hood. Actually, can I get carbon? Yeah. But yeah, it's because I've started getting that kind of stimulation that I've honestly really been looking for.
That's my BB. Emoji smiling face with hard eyes. Emoji smiling face with hearts. Emoji sparkling hard. Emoji sparkles.
What the fuck? That is not a good spoiler. Oh my god, I'm gonna be what the hell is this shit? You know what? Fuck it. We're going hog wild. We're going hog wild, and then I absolutely don't give a shit about this car afterwards. But yeah, like, as I was saying with the effort thing, people with ADHD, I actually noticed, like, this is, whoops. I noticed this is something, come here, you bastard. Stop moving. There we go. I started, like, hearing about this thing, but then I started noticing that it's actually true. Where people with ADHD tend to put more effort into their... well, relationships is one big thing, but, like, just things in general. And I did talk about, you know, in a public place, like, say, work, but in a relationship, yeah. They tend to put absolute maximum effort. They're with one person, they're down to be with just one person. Especially if that one person... Hold on. An issue. That was getting kind of annoying. I think it's time to switch headsets soon. These are good, but they're getting old to the point where they're starting to get fuzzy. I think. But yeah, we will put actual maximum efforts into our relationships, because especially if that person is
Slocking neurotypical, emoji face with tears of joy, emoji growing hard.
Oh shit! But yeah, especially if that person is like super fucking interesting. Like, for example, my Sarah. She is definitely the most interesting person I have ever and will ever meet. Hands down. No one can ever argue with that. You cannot argue with me on that. At all. And that's why when admittedly we had that break a while back, I don't care, I'm calling it a break. It was
Blimby, emoji face with tears of joy, emoji sparkling hard, emoji growing hard.
But I don't care what anyone says. It was not a breakup, because we spent a week apart, like truly apart. So we both got to see what life would be like without each other, and like this also proved one of the little key features of ADHD, where, you know, things seem great on the outside, but on the inside it can be totally different. Because I'll admit something here, right? Me and Sarah have talked a couple times. We talked about this whole situation. I admit I did, like, seem like I was coming off strong
That
with
shite
others.
sucked, emoji pleading face,
It
emoji
did.
sparkling
It really
hard.
did. I never ever want to fucking go back to that again. Ever. I admittedly did get a little, like, you know, off-putting and maybe, like, not really flirty. I didn't catch that much interest like that with a couple others. But then it just, when I came off my little, like, oh, new person hype, because that's all I'm calling it. It was a new person kind of hype. Like, oh, a new person came to my life. Oh, they're showing interest. Haha. Like, once I came off that hype, things felt shitty again. And I also looked into the details of, like, what kind of people they were, and, you know, how...
Angie a geek fart, emoji face with tears of joy, emoji growing hard.
Like, I looked into, like, their personalities and how they really were, and I never genuinely felt a true connection that I knew would have stayed. I have never, ever, and will never ever, 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 ever feel a connection like the one I get with Sarah. I am making that extremely well known. Because it's just the truth. I talked with these girls like maybe 10 minutes, what, a week, every couple days maybe. With Sarah, I talk basically almost every minute of every day that I'm free. And let me tell you, I could not be happier. I make pigs in shit, or I should say pigs in mud, flies in horse shit, and this car to that tree just now, all combined look like they're nothing compared to how happy I am with her. I know that's a weird ass way to say it, but the overall message of it is true. No one has ever and could ever make me happier, and that's where I'm stood on that.
I'm on the clock.
Nonetheless,
What you
I
want, some
am
wheels?
sort of happy that the break did happen, so I could
It's coming at
realize
ya.
once and for all what I was going to be missing.
I'm happier with BB, emoji pleading face, emoji smiling face with hearts, emoji growing heart, emoji kiss mark.
Because if I don't have my baby, I'll have nothing. Like, I did learn. Okay. I did learn how to sort of like. I did learn how to live on my own, if that's what I really want to call it. Living, I guess. Although, what it really felt like was just walking around with a hollow shell. But other than that, the only thing I learned was how to feel pain. I learned how much I need my baby. And how I would never be the same without her again. And that's why ever since that day, ever since I realized who I was and who I was meant to be, I only wished for one thing. That she would find her way back to me. And thank fuck she did. Because I'm definitely much happier now. Because I missed her. I missed her a lot. I mean, I know you saw the very first night. The very first night away was especially the hardest. And even then, I still didn't let go. You know, I tried to make myself forget. I tried to distract myself when...
Sarah Stevens, emoji yellow heart, one day, emoji smiling face with hearts,
No.
emoji growing
Sarah
heart.
Hutchison Stevens, we agreed on this. We're keeping her name. But I tried to make myself forget. I even tossed my Misty plushie off to the side. I said Misty. And that whole night was fucking torture. Absolute torture. You know, I tried to find another stuffy to sleep with to kind of like fill the void a little bit. I know you guys even saw that live stream. Like, I was up playing a little Minecraft, trying to get myself tired and fall asleep. Trying to talk about the situation a little bit. Didn't work. I tried to lay back in bed. Tried so hard to fall asleep.
Okay, emoji smiling face with hearts, emoji growing heart.
You know what I did? I went back over to where I tossed Misty at. I grabbed Misty, brought her back over here,
Remember?
started calling with her, and guess what happened?
So tell me a little bit about
Just like
yourself.
that,
Yeah?
I fell asleep.
What neighborhood? Wait, hold up. That's not Sarah,
Mind you,
right?
Misty
Yeah,
represents
that's not
Sarah
that
in almost every possible way I could make her represent her. If that doesn't prove to you that my mind and body, when aligned, when properly fucking aligned, and the ADHD isn't taking over, agrees on the fact that he simply can't live without her, isn't a sheer sign that, well, I can't live without her, then I don't know
Oh,
what is.
BB is adorable. Emoji pleading face. Emoji pleading face. Emoji smiling face with hearts. Emoji kiss mark. Emoji growing hard. Emoji growing hard.
If that doesn't show I can live without her, I don't know what does. Because coincidence, I sure as fuck think not. Mind you, we're talking hours, absolutely hours I was trying to get to sleep. And even the next morning, I was still feeling this shit. I watched Mandalorian, and every single minute that went by, I thought about her. Even as I was, like, texting another girl a little bit. All I could think about was her. It was as if my body was trying to engage in the conversation. But I myself never wanted to even be on Facebook. Never wanted to be on that messenger app. Never wanted to even talk to that girl. It was as if it all happened for a perfectly good reason. And come to find out, it was. I was torturing myself for a girl, for a certain number of girls. For what? For not a damn thing. Nothing. I was torturing the hell out of myself, and it was all for fucking nothing. And then I remember the only thing I felt after that point was nothing but absolute regret. I made myself feel like I lost the only thing that was ever important to me. Because I couldn't get my own thoughts through. I couldn't get past my own thoughts. What was going through my own head. It's still plain as day in my mind, remembering just how much that day tortured me. That whole entire week tortured me. I mean, for fuck's sake, I went to
I
work.
lost the greatest blessing in my life. Emoji pleading face. Emoji growing hard. Emoji growing hard. Emoji growing hard.
Mind you, I went to work, and for that entire week, I was basically pissy to everybody. The way I saw it, if they were in my way, if they were even so much as there a little bit, they were getting bitched at, and I didn't give a fuck otherwise.
It's my fault. I'm so sorry, BB. Emoji pleading face. Emoji growing hard.
As much as I appreciate you trying to take the blame for it, no. It's, see, this is how I explained it to a couple couples at work, because funny enough, there's two other couples at work that are struggling with the same kind of thing currently. One was happy together and got completely split up because of it, and now they're trying to work it out as friends. Even though I can feel inside they both deeply still care very, very much about each other. I had to sit there and give a long rant to the one person just so they could have a talk with the other person, just to even tell them how they felt. Because that's how fucked up some of these motherfuckers at work are. Because they can't shut up, stay in their own business, and stay out of everyone else's. It wasn't either one of our faults. It wasn't. You did nothing wrong. I was just struggling with things mentally and didn't know how to process them and didn't know what I needed to do. Didn't know what to think. Didn't know what I should think. And here they come along telling me thousands of other things. Oh, I should do this, I should do that. And then this kind of ties in with the ADHD talk, so it's a good thing we brought this up actually.
You're through to your garage. You, need me to bring you a ride?
I tried so hard to forget about what they said. I should have kept trying. Because them talking all their bullshit led to me chasing you away.
It's on the way. I'll get back to it then.
You were right to feel that something was different. Because something was different.
Hello?
Even though
Is
I was
anyone there?
saying
Hey, girl.
I was
How's
becoming the
that?
person I wanted to be,
I can hear you breathing.
the transformation wasn't quite there.
I hate to say it, but
I wasn't quite
Come on.
the person I wanted to be yet. And turns out life was trying to push me in the direction I needed. All I needed was one small traumatic experience. The trauma? Losing the one thing that mattered to me most than anything in the world. And having the chance to realize once and for all for myself, as if I didn't know already. Realizing for myself what that something was. What meant more to me than anything else in life. What made me so damn happy. Shit, recent years, I haven't even been coming over here anymore. I remember I used to come over here all the time just for shits and giggles. Couldn't understand why till now. That makes sense. I was desperate. Play my video games for companionship. I remember I played GTA a lot before. Between the hookers and the strip club and any random Joe Schmo I could find online.
BBS so wise, emoji pleading face, emoji growing hard.
It was all trying to find companionship, and that's where I'm glad she stepped in. And then I started playing it for her. Because she told me she loved GTA. And that's where I started wanting to get into my creativity more and get out of my shell. I started doing more things. And now look where I am. Like, let me just, hold on. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I don't care. Okay. So let me just show you. I have a bunch of different outfits for her. Here's the normal one, biker. Cap, like, it's a cap. It's a cap. It's a cap. High rolling. Protect. She's sort of a protect. Cat Reader, this one's one of my favorites. She's my Catwoman. Goodness. I have to update this.
If I had to sit through one more traffic jam, I'm gonna go postal.
I feel like this isn't necessarily her style. It looks nice on her, but I feel like it's not necessarily her style. She would be like
Cat emoji smiling face with hard eyes emoji growing hard.
I also might in the future spend 100,000 just so I can change her appearance, because I feel like she's good, but I feel like she doesn't feel like her. Like, she still feels like back when I made the others. I care about this girl so much. I want to adapt this character to how she should be. Anyway, I did Tomb Raider. Yeah.
I need bigger melons emoji face with tears of joy emoji growing hard.
Fuck, I wish I could do that in this game. I think that's the downside. They only give you like one chest size in this game. It's stupid. That's why I like Soul Calibur. You saw the scuba. Here's the race one. Which I might update this one. Get some cool new stuff. Oh, when she goes clubbing. Oh, shit. Yeah, I agree. They need to add big melons in this game. Because Baby definitely needs them. She got really big ones. Very big and nice. Anyway, so back to the fucking ADHD conversation now. But
Going out in my pahanties emoji weary face emoji face with tears of joy emoji growing hard.
pretty much. All right. I feel like that about satisfies it for this stream. You know, I feel like I really got a lot off my chest today, talking about this whole ADHD thing. And I think this also definitely identifies, like, not necessarily ADHD in general, but just ADHD in me personally. And I think it actually helps a lot of people otherwise identify not only me more as a person and how I am, where I'm comfortable. I'm honestly comfortable being this person. I love it. I really do. I love being the person I have become. I am finally at that point in my life I can comfortably say I love myself. I can finally be the person I've always wanted to be.
BB is amazing emoji growing hard emoji smiling face with hard eyes.
Oh, so are you, baby. Yeah, I can finally feel at ease with myself. Because I'm finally doing what I want to do. I'm living the life I want to live. No one's telling me otherwise. And I'm happy about it.
It's so nice hearing that you love yourself. Emoji loudly crying face emoji growing hard.
Oh, I'm glad you think so. It's good to it's good to love myself, you know. Because honestly, I've always hated something about myself. Now I'm at the point where people tell me, "Oh, you should put this kind of thing on your nails."
Little old Sarah May loves you too. Emoji pleading face. Emoji smiling face with hard eyes. Emoji growing hard.
Like,
Emoji growing hard.
For example, someone tells me, "Oh, you need to put like a cover of your nails." I'm like, I don't really care about them when I'm working, though. Oh, what are you doing? Get home. Like, obviously, I'm not going to put them back on until I use them next. I only ever put them on Monday nights. and then expect them to beat through Wednesdays. And then after that, I just beat the shit out of them anyway. So I don't really care to keep them on. Just like with the makeup, like, people will try to tell you, oh, you can't be goth if you're not having the makeup. Like, yeah, you can. It's a little something called appreciating music that not a lot of people properly appreciate. Like, gothic music itself.
BB looks hot, emoji smiling face with hard eyes, emoji growing hard.
Aw, so do you, baby. You always look like. God damn, these customers in their fucking vehicle. I'm trying to sit here and have a nice moment with you guys, and these motherfuckers are dropping off their goddamn shit at my fucking garage. And now it's on my mind that I gotta take care of it because I need the money. But yeah, I see definitely a lot has gotten taken care of in that of the way I feel. And it feels good. It definitely feels good. There are times where I talk anymore and it makes me feel so good. It actually makes me want to cry with tears of joy. Because of like how happy I feel now. And how I never thought I would feel this way again. You know, there's a lot of things that I've even personally talked about with Sarah that makes me feel fuckloads better getting out of the way and talking about now. And it'll always have an infinite impact on me. I keep getting this fucking car! Yeah, it'll always have a constant infinite impact on me, and I'm really happy with that. Because I feel like I most certainly am who I want to be now, and that's all that matters. This nice ass car and they choose the most basic fucking bullshit. We're working getting this car delivered. I'll end afterwards or technically during. Alright, let's do this. I'm so glad that didn't reduce anything. I gotta stop doing that. I'm gonna end up ruining this fucking car. It's bad enough I probably got scratches in it. See, now you get to really see the concentration. Because I'm trying to get my maximum pay out of this.
Number 2,
car.
emoji smiling face with hearts, emoji growing hard.
What's up? Oh no. Babe, I said concentration, not constipation. What are you taking? What the hell?
Nope, the other way, wink. Emoji growing hard.
On, thank you. God damn! Are you dead? Good, you're dead. You deserve to be. Good, you're dead. You deserve to be.
Early Christmas present came in handy. Emoji smiling face with hearts. Emoji growing hard.
Babe. I'm glad. Wait. You definitely deserve it, honey.
Yes, baby. Emoji smiling face with hearts. Emoji growing hard.
You know what? I think when I eventually do my Warframe customization episode, because I've got a lot to go through there, and it's going to be one hell of a video. You know what? Take your car and shove it up your ass. But I think when I do my Warframe customization episode, I think I'm going to play as Simity the whole time.
Ouch,
Just to really show off
emoji
the
squinting
customization.
face with tongue. Emoji face with tears of joy. Emoji growing hard.
I know that'll hurt. Good. It's where it belongs. Yeah, I'm gonna get off for a little bit and see how I feel. I definitely feel satisfied with that conversation, though. I definitely feel like I got everything out that I wanted to get out and, you know, gain some self-love, self-confidence, all that jazz. I beg your... Hold on. Dick. Anyway. I definitely feel like I covered everything. I'll admit, that was, a bit awkward. But I definitely feel like I've become a better me.
I love you, BB.
I love
You did great. So proud. I'll tit BB. Lim. Emoji smiling face with hearts. Emoji smiling face with hearts. Emoji growing hard. Emoji growing hard. Emoji sparkles. Emoji growing hard. Emoji growing hard. Emoji sparkling hard. Emoji growing hard. Emoji sparkling hard. Emoji growing hard. Emoji sparkling hard. Emoji growing hard.
For the rest of you, thank you all so much for watching this live stream. Please let me know in the comments if you really liked this video and found it useful for yourself. Hell, who knows? Maybe I helped someone out with ADHD that is really struggling through their times, and I really hope I did, because it could be a tough world out there, and I don't think it's fair that people with ADHD should have to learn the way I learned, aka the hard way, the really hard way. As in, you get sheltered half your life, and they basically just get thrown to the wolves. Yeah, that kind of life. But anyway, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, I will see you all in And next video, our live stream. Stand there, lines. Junior. Balance!